It's week 17 of the 2025 season, and our focus is on the Blues' leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Blues and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners are 4 or 5 before that. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Toronto. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. In motion, Hill. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Tua. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this will be taken at the 13. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Throw caught by Achane. He's got room past the 30. Now he's free to midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll dump this off to Achane. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. They've got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A beautiful fake. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Waddle, the motion man right. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury on is Jake Bailey to send this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Back to throw here. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And here's Matt Ariza now. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quality coverage that time. The slowdown has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Okonkwo holds it in left side.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Patterson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Keep the pressure on him, offense.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They're going to look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Blues have cut it back within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. From the gun, it's Tua. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one complete to Naylor. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. Let's end this drive with 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this is going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. That one complete to Ligon. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Tua, the final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Mike Evans, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Blues offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 1 yard to go on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Blues have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
Oh, what am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The visitors' offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A give, running right, Achane. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Tua going to throw. Alluding to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Tua. And his pass incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A lot.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Watch out for Hill on the return. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Tua sets up to pass it. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3rd and 2. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Now Hill to return it. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
25 yards that time. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now a toss right side, HN with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'll go. HN. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. In motion, Hill. Back to the ground, HN. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
but this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll send the tight end in motion.
You got time. 15 more.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running the toss to Brooks here. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 46, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Patterson's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
On play action, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
It's caught. Smith. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. In motion, the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DJ Johnson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll look to throw here. Short throw to Smith. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Toronto, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.